So I'm here with another quick apologia for a Will Ferrell film that didn't do so well with critics, but I really enjoyed. I hope I got that word right too. It's The House. It's the movie he did with Amy Poehler where they're forced to open a casino in their basement because they can't afford to send their daughter to college. And it's like they get that first bill for the first semester in the mail, and it's like $50,000. And I think Will Ferrell's character says $50 million. And Amy Poehler's like, no, it's 50,000, but it's still bad. And they're promised a scholarship by the town that the town takes a vote on, and they decide to spend the scholarship money on a pool instead. So they're up shit creek, and they don't know where they're going to get the money. So they decide that they're going to open a casino thinking it's going to be like this Foxwoods commercial. And instead it's a real casino. And they're a little bit too folksy to handle it. It's really funny. And a lot of the jokes, a lot of the humor comes from how these like folksy 40-year-old normal square people handle having to become Goodfellas overnight, you know, and mafiosos essentially, and running their casino floor with an iron fist. And it all falls apart, and I'm sorry for spoilers here, but it all falls apart when they catch their first cheater. And if you don't like spoilers, I guess you shouldn't watch the rest of the video, because I have to keep talking about this running joke. And it all starts when they try to intimidate their first cheater, and they accidentally cut off his finger. And it starts this running joke where Will Ferrell is now like feral, I guess, in a sort of, you know, kind of sounding like his name. It's like he gets sprayed with the blood, and all of a sudden he's like an ape man, and he takes off into the woods kind of with this primal grunt, and now he's got this bloodlust, and he's always looking at axes and like contemplating whether he should sever someone's arm to get something out of it. Sorry to laugh, but it's that was my favorite running joke throughout the whole film. And of course it comes back at the end. I'm not going to say how. I would rather that's a surprise. And the movie does have a violent streak that you're not really prepared for. So I guess I'm kind of preparing you for that. It's one of those movies where you're like, it got its R rating from its language and for some reason its violent streak in a Will Ferrell comedy. But it's not unwelcome. I mean, it's Looney Tunes-esque. So anyway, I mean, if you want a more R-rated experience than Daddy's Home 2, that's what this is. There's plenty more fucks. It's much more of a raunchy affair. It's not for the PG-13 set. So send those kids to bed if that's, you know, your demographic. Anyway, if you enjoy Will Ferrell, once again, this is not the dud the reviews would have you believe. You'll laugh consistently. Oh, and Jason Mantzoukas is really, really good in it. If you don't know him yet, he kind of hangs around with these guys. Like, he hangs around with this set of comedians, and I think you're going to see him a lot more. The same can be said for Rob Hubel, who's on a lot of Adult Swim shows. He's an incredibly funny guy, but again, he is sort of a satellite to this larger group of comedians, and I think he should be a star in his own right by now. He's on Children's Hospital and those things, but who else? Ian Roberts, who is going to get really obscure here. He's one of the Upright Citizens Brigade. And I always feel like Amy Poehler's kind of throwing him some charity. I don't want to be mean, but it's always like he kind of pops up in Parks and Rec, and you kind of feel like, you know, did Amy Poehler get him that gig? That was really nice of her. Anyway, yeah. If you like stupid, silly, guffaw, slapsticky Will Ferrell humor, then The House is fine. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.